Today I'm here to do a quick predictions video for The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 16, or The Walking Dead Season 5 Season Finale. With that being said, I will do a Q&A at the end of this video. So with that being said, you guys, let's dive on into these predictions. Predictions 1. We will see multiple deaths in this episode, meaning we will see deaths from the Alexandria People, Rick's group, and the Wolves as well. We aren't just going to get one old death and we're just going to be satisfied. We want to see ones from Rick group, most likely one from Rick groups, multiple from the Alexandria, and multiple deaths from the Wolves. The next prediction is Crazy Pete, Insane Pete, whatever you want to call Pete. Crazy Pete will return, most likely to die in this episode, causing the domino effect of allowing the Wolves to find the Alexandria location. The next prediction is the scavengers, wolves, will find them. They will find the Alexandria safe zone before this episode is over. The next prediction is everyone's going to see that Rick's way of thinking at the moment was right as they get attacked by the wolves. The next prediction is Carol and Deanna may have a moment. Carol may display her strength killing walkers and humans, and I want Deanna to just say a one-liner. I just want her to say a one-liner because you know Deanna's going to be there. She's going to look completely fucking helpless as Carol takes down walkers and humans. She's just going to say this to Carol, I bet. She's going to be like this. Den mother, huh? Or some den mother you were. I want her to say some shit like that. The next prediction is the Alexandria people may fear Rick's group when this is all over. Let's not forget, that is the reason why Father Gabriel, he fears Rick's group. He calls them devils, Satan, or all that good shit. But with that being said, he calls them that because they mercilessly, they killed human beings. Father Gabriel, he even knew that the people that Rick's group killed, that they had to die. It was either them or Father Gabriel. It was either Rick's group with Father Gabriel at the moment, or the hunters. It was either them or them. So even though Father Gabriel knew that they did the right thing, he still looked at them as bad people, which I don't understand why. That's the whole thing that the Alexandria people might do as well. They may see Rick and his group as bad people when this is all over because they mercilessly killed the wolves. And with that being said, the wolves have multiple ways of finding the Alexandria safe zone. Allow me to explain. The first way is they might come across it by luck. They might see Carl and Enid and follow them to the Alexandria safe zone. Let's not forget, Enid not only knows how to sneak out of the Alexandria safe zone, but she knows how to sneak into it as well. With that being said, they might originally try to plan and kill Enid and Carl, but they may see them going back and sneaking back into it, and they might wait till nightfall and sneak into the Alexandria safe zone. With that being said, Daryl and Aaron may lead them back to the Alexandria safe zone. With that being said, the reason why I say this is because they may sneak up on Daryl and Aaron, and they may take Daryl as their hostage and try to pretty much force Aaron on telling them. They might do this. Tell us where your camp is or your friend here dies. And Aaron might even tell them where the camp is, and they may still kill Darren and Aaron and Daryl. I hope those two don't die. But they're the highest two to die at this moment because they're outside of the gates with the wolves. Without backup, I might add. And the next prediction is I see Morgan with the map leading them there. Let's not forget, Morgan don't know who the fuck the wolves are. The wolves might see Morgan. They might try to kill and rob him. But they may see that he has a map with a location on it as well. And Morgan may say, hey, I'm going to meet my group. They may have a camp, yada, yada, yada. And they might follow Morgan to the Alexandria safe zone. With that being said, that's how the shootout might start. And Morgan may lend a helping hand, helping them to kill the wolves. And the sun is starting to beam down on me, making me look awesome. But with that being said, the next way they may get to the Alexandria safe zone is and Nicholas might try to save himself and tell them where the camp is. Let's not forget, Nicholas, he has the gun outside of the walls, so he may sneak back outside of the walls. And they might say, hey, you're too clean. There's no way you could have stayed out here too long without us seeing you or you getting bit to fucking shreds. With that being said, Nicholas may say, hey, you guys seem nice. I'll lead you back to my camp. Just don't hurt me. Thus causing the wolves to get to the camp. Also, the most likely way they will find the camp is Rick kills Pete. With the gunshot, they might find the location, because in the comic book they use the sound of the gunshot, and they say, hey, I know exactly where they are. And that's how they get to the Alexandria safe zone. With that being said, Morgan will appear. I don't give a fuck. You can say anything. Morgan will appear to lend a helping hand in this battle, or he may just appear. He has to come in this episode. I'm tired of him doing the whole Undertaker 1 year or 2 times a year. He only appears once or twice a fucking year, 3 or 4 tops. That's asking for too much. And was it too much to ask for a Morgan episode? We all know that Lenny, the actor that portrays Morgan, he's fucking awesome. He could have carried a whole episode by himself. Unlike Beth, I'm sorry, but after the first 10 minutes of that Beth episode, it was fucking boring. And with that being said, it could have been action-packed. It could have been an awesome episode. With that being said, unlike the comic book, the wolves may actually get in the safe zone. They may come across it and they may sneak into it while it's night, using the night as an advantage, using it as some sort of camouflage, and catching the Alexandria people off guard. And they might be caught off guard because, let's take this into consideration as well, they don't use guns. They don't have guns permitted to be carried inside of the walls. So that's another disadvantage that the Alexandria people has. And also, they don't know how to fucking fight. The only people that know how to fight is Rick's group at this moment. And Rick's is somewhere in like a cell or some shit. They holding Rick as a prisoner. With that being said, you guys, that's my predictions. And now for the Q&A. I asked a handful of you guys. I said, if you could have had any person come back from the dead and be cast as a season regular, who would it be? But they had to be a dead character. The first person we have here is Enilda Rivera, and she says Herschel, because I miss him. I would have Herschel come back too. He was always that guy that says, he would talk some sense into Rick, saying, Rick, you have to not kill Michonne because she's a good woman. And I love that about Herschel, because he always talked sense into Rick. But with that being said, the next question we have is from Lori Sista. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, honey, but I am sorry. I'm not good with names. But she says, I want Shane to come back because he was fine. 2 weeks later on. Also, Zoterikit, I'm sorry if I say your name wrong, but Zoterikit says Tyrese had the fighting ability and the conscience. I wish that he could return. Me too. He would be fucking perfect in the Alexandria safe zone. Tyrese and Beth, oh my fucking goodness, the way that those two think, Beth, Herschel, even Bob and Tyrese. Beth, Herschel, Bob, Tyrese. The way that they think, Alexandria safe zone will be the perfect fucking place for them. You cannot tell me that I'm wrong. Also, we have Ishmael J. Murray, Shane, and Merle. Shane with Abraham, Rick, and Glenn. Daryl at this point, that shit would be epic. Oh my fucking goodness. You talk, that shit would be more than epic. That would be, I gotta make up a word here. I don't know, but it will be surpassing epicness. Because, look at it like this. Every time that Merle was on the screen, it looked like a fucking movie. That's how fucking crazy awesome it looked when Merle was on the screen. It looked like a goddamn movie. And all those guys together, every episode would be like the first episode of this season with all the fireworks, the major deaths, it would go beyond their budget. I don't think that they could afford that. Every episode would be like $12 million or up. But with that being said, the next person we have here is, I'm sorry for saying your name wrong, Boy Mulipola. What was Father Gabriel's motive for betraying the group? I don't even think he was considering himself to betray the group. He was just pretty much scared of them because he saw firsthand, unlike the Alexandria people, he saw firsthand what Rick's group is capable of. He saw them mercilessly kill a group to save them. It was either them or them. You had to pick. You couldn't have both. It was either Rick's group or them. Rick even said it himself. He says, it could have been us. You know, in the whole southern accent, it could have been us. So Rick decided to save his own group and kill them. He had to take them out. He couldn't spare any expenses. He couldn't try to cut any corners. He had to make sure he got the job done. He gutted these fools and he just killed them. And Father Gabriel just looking like, this is the Lord's house. And Maggie, what's up with her accent? Maggie cannot keep a consistent accent. First it's country, then it's the typical American accent. First he was like, 4 walls and a roof. And in season 2, Rick says, we had to stay out here. Then she says, for how long? And at one point she's just talking normal. Come on, Maggie, get your shit together. I love you, but come on, be consistent with that voice. And I honestly think that Father Gabriel, he's just scared. Plain and simple, he's scared, to answer your question. Also, he has another question, says, was Rick in the right or wrong? Or was Rick going about it the wrong way, but was he still right? Honestly, I feel that what you said here at the last part of the question was correct, because I think Rick was actually correct about the things he said, but with all the blood going crazy, batshit crazy at the moment, come on, Rick, you could have got your shit together. Says, hey, if we don't separate these two or either kill this guy, he's going to be the downfall of Alexandria's safe zone. He could have banished this guy, but the way I would have done it, you guys are going to call me evil as shit right now, but if I was Rick, I would have had them banish Pete, but I would have went right behind Pete. With like a few people in my group. I would have went right behind Pete as they banished him. I would have waited till everyone pretty much focused on something else. As Pete was banished, I would have went behind Pete, killed him outside of the walls. But with that being said, yeah, he was right. He just went about it the wrong way. He went psycho batshit crazy. Also, Ishmael J. Murray says, who do you think will die out of these people? Pete, Tara, Reg, the Wolves, Daryl, Carol, Maggie, or Glenn? I see Pete dying. I see Nicholas dying. I don't see it on your list though, but I see Nicholas dying. Reg, he has to die. The Wolves. And Daryl. I see Daryl or Maggie dying in this season finale, because Daryl, he's getting too comfortable being outside those walls, man. It's a good thing, yet it's a bad thing as well, because he's in constant danger, but he's keeping his awareness up. He's keeping his fighting sense up. So with that being said, I think I answered all your questions. Y'all answer my questions. With that being said, this is Herman Frost. This is Otaku Weekly. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share this video. This is Herman Frost, and you're watching Otaku Weekly. Over and out. I just botched my outro.